Sarah, what I think is really scary is that this all happened right around 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're now approaching this 7 o'clock hour, and I do not get the feeling from police that they have pinpointed Steve Stevens' location. On this search, police are looking for Steve Stevens as we speak. I've talked to several police officers this afternoon, and I can tell you that they are very stressed out. This is a very tense situation. Hatch says it's possible for the drones to fall out of the sky. He says the way technology has advanced, it's pretty uncommon. I'm not sure if you guys have spent as much time watching the giraffe cam as I have. At least I can say it was for work purposes today. Yeah, this all happened about a half an hour ago. We're just outside of 30th and Cedar. Now, what police tell us is that several people were shot. You can see them working this scene behind me. They have the yellow crime scene tape up. They're talking to neighbors, trying to figure out exactly what happened. Now, we talked to a witness who said a man came in to the courtyard here. He was masked. He had long dreadlocks, and she said he was looking for someone, but he was just kind of shooting at random. She said he shot into her apartment, shooting a friend of hers. Inside her apartment, she said her son was right there. She was fearful for her son's life. She tells me another woman and a little girl were also shot. Police say they stopped the man for running a red light. Well, he jumped out of the vehicle. The car kept on rolling. The Super Bowl is just days away, and the Cleveland area will be well represented. No, not from here, but from here. If you didn't already know how powerful lightning can be, let this be a lesson. Now, the family tells me they think lightning struck this tree, then it went up the driveway, boosted up the car, then continued on into their house.
It made me scream. It was the loudest sound I've ever heard. It sounded like a bomb went off.
Donna Bloxage bolted out of her bed at 2:15 this morning when lightning struck her tree.
We looked outside and we saw the car lights were on. It sounded like the engine was running. We thought, how could that possibly be? So we came outside and saw the airbag was deployed and sort of saw there was quite a bit of damage.
The cement in her driveway popped up like popcorn. The current was so strong, firefighters told Donna it likely blew the car off the ground, slamming it back down so hard the tire blew.
It made everything sort of explode, even down farther on both ends of the driveway. It took out our garage door opener.
A water main just at the edge of the driveway also blew. No one can say for sure if it was related, but Cleveland Water tells me it has never happened before, and they're looking into it. The current also spread into Donna's home.
I saw a little part of the front room carpet had started burning.
And the lightning strike was so powerful, it actually blew out some of the outlets and light switches. You can see the charred marks from where it burned the wiring.
It could have started a fire, and that would have been devastating.
Yeah, the family tells me they are really lucky it wasn't any worse. Of course, now they'll have insurance adjusters and electricians stop by the house. And they've also had neighbors stop by, drop off bottled water, and check in on them just to make sure they're okay. Getting answers, Lacey Crisp, Cleveland 19 News.
You're also a little bit sad because, believe it or not, the people that come and they bought peaches from us for 2-3 generations now.
This crop of peaches will be bittersweet to Greg Nagy and his family.
I've been involved with this on and off since I was about 9 years old.
Nagy's family tree runs deep through this land. His grandfather bought the land back in 1942 and grew the peach trees. But don't ask Nagy why peaches.
I don't know. I really don't.
At one time, the family employed about a dozen workers to keep up with the peaches and other vegetables. Like many things of days gone by, those are a distant memory.
It's a tradition, I would say. It's going to be a long lost art, so to speak, in years to come when we're all gone, because you don't find very many roadside stands along.
And just down this street at Chapula Farms, they sell Nagy's peaches. Marianne Chapula tells me her customers request Nagy peaches.
Yes, they do. Every day.
Nagy has already started selling some of the land and equipment, but he doesn't plan on sitting by idly.
I don't know how much I'll kick back because you got to stay busy, otherwise you turn into a couch potato, and unfortunately that's not one particular crop I'm fond of, so that's it.
I reached out on Monday afternoon to George Brinkman because he's Facebook friends with all 3 North Royalton homicide victims. When I reached out to him, I did not know that he was a suspect.
I asked Brinkman if he could talk to me about Suzanne Taylor, Taylor Pfeiffer, and Kylie Pfeiffer. He told me he's known Sue since they were in elementary school. And while talking about the family, he also told me on Facebook Messenger, I'm having a hard time keeping it together. I lost my mom a couple years ago, then my brother, now them. Around 9 o'clock, I got a tip that police were surrounding a house of a possible suspect in the North Royalton homicides. About an hour later, Brinkman messaged me on Facebook saying, hostage situation, please come, cops came for me. I'm barricaded, no lies. I called Brunswick police and told them the man I tried to interview earlier in the day was messaging me, telling me he was the suspect. He messaged me saying, just let everyone know that I would never hurt Sue or the kids. I love them too much. Several times he told me goodbye and that it was too late. He stopped talking to me for a few hours. Then just before 3 a.m., he realized I sent his messages to police. He told me, you were working with police trying to trap me, and I thought you were legitimate.
It was unnerving as a mom of 2 to find out that he was accused of killing a mom of 2 daughters. It also gave me chills when I found out he's also accused of killing 2 more people. Getting answers, Lacey Crisp, Cleveland 19 News.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, and there are a lot of people out here celebrating the country's independence. You did know it was Independence Day, right? Well, we put people's knowledge to the test. So how do you feel about being an American citizen? You feel like you know the laws pretty well?
It's the greatest country in the world. I hope I know the answers.
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
Oh, I don't know. That's horrible. Don't look at me like that.
Do you want to help her out?
July 4th, 1776.
What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
Now, I don't want to sound stupid and say the 10 Commandments, but I don't know.
The Congress is split into 2. What are those 2 parts?
Democrats and Republicans? No?
Those are the 2 parties.
I'm terrible at this.
The Republican, the House and the Senate? Oh, House and the Senate, sorry. I thought it was 2 parties.
Can you name the President of the United States?
Hold on, wait. I just want brain dead. Shut up, leave me alone. Donald Trump.
Who is an honor roll student here?
Basically all of them.
All of you. Okay. So how are you feeling about your U.S. history and your knowledge about the Constitution?
Good. I'm really good.
Confident about it.
Who's in charge of the executive branch?